Yo, good morning, GMG. As always, hope everybody's feeling great today. Hope everybody's having a good one. If you guys are on your way to work or are already at work, hope you enjoy your time there. And if you guys are looking to get into some trades today, one, I'd be careful, be very patient. Today is the FOMC meeting. We'll talk about that a little bit later on in the video. But, be careful, play patient, and I hope you finish the day green. And of course, if you don't worry about it. We have plenty of more trading days, and we'll get them tomorrow. All right. Now, you guys already know what we on. This is our morning prep video where we like to talk a little bit about the ES, some of the levels that we are watching, and then some of the possible trades that we can get into today. All right. So, with all that out of the way, let's just get right into it. Okay. So, most of you guys, if you've been watching my videos, already know we always start with the ES on the daily, right? And we just kind of work our way down from the daily, hourly, then 15-minute, just to get a little clearer picture and then go from there. All right. So on the daily time frame, we're really only looking for a few things, of course, like the very basic things like patterns, any specific patterns that stand out on the daily or anything like that. But the main thing that I kind of come in here and I look for is to see, so this is today, and we want to see what in terms of the strat, right? If you guys have ever traded the strat, we have inside ones, we have 2 bars, and we have 3 bars. So that's the first thing that I come over here to look for on the daily, right? Are we at an inside one? Are we at a 2 going up, 2 going down, or do we have a 3 bar? All right. If you guys aren't familiar with the strat, I have a video about the strat, going over the strat actually. So I'll put that video in the description if you guys want to go watch that. Kind of breaks down how to trade the strat and all that good stuff. All right. So so that's what we look for. So far today, this kind of is close, but it definitely is a 2 going up. All right. Just very. Let me see if I can zoom that in for you guys. But you can see we barely broke 2 going up, right? The high of this candle broke the high of this candle just barely, and then we came back down. So it is a 2 going up. So that's something we noted so far. Now, I did tell you guys yesterday, we were watching this level right here, about 39.20 to about 39.15-ish, somewhere around here. We just wanted to hold above this level right here. And yesterday we came down, we tapped it, and luckily we were able to hold above it. Right. All I was saying why I wanted to hold above that level up until today is because we know today's a big day, right? Today is FOMC, so I'm kind of expecting a big move. So that move is either gonna break below this level and push down and get us somewhere in here, or it's gonna push us back up and probably into these levels up here, the 40-15s. I'm not sure if it's gonna have enough push to get us up and over that, but I was definitely watching this level down here, just because overall, right, we know that the numbers that have been coming out on the previous FOMC and stuff like that, just all those like news numbers that come out, have not been good, right? Like we know that news is just coming out, and bad news on top of bad news, sprinkle a little bit of good news here and there, but for the most part, the state of the market is just not good, right? And so I expect these, the FOMC meeting to be a little more bearish than bullish. So I really wanted to hold above this level because today could be the day where you want to go short under here, and we have a potential to go from 39, we'll say where this one wicked out yesterday, where the bottom of this wick was at 39 like 12, so let's just say 39.10 just to keep it an even number, right? Below 39.10, and I feel like especially with and I mean like with bad FOMC numbers and stuff like that, right, with bad news, if we can crush that 39.10, I mean, I see us coming down here to the bottom of these, these guys right here for your next support. Of course, this is my next support line down here. But before we get to that, I see us at least hitting this, right? So we're talking 39.10, right? We break 39.10, and you can have a potential short to 38.37. That's pretty close to us. 80 points, right around 80 points. That's a big move right there. If you get to catch that move, that's going to be a nice chunk of change, right? So this is the level that we'll be watching for today. The FOMC meeting, I don't think it's until like 2 o'clock. So we may consolidate for a while up until we get there. We may get some choppiness, some people getting ready. The market tends to consolidate ahead of big news. which is why even at the beginning of this week we mentioned maybe just cooling off, slowing down these few days right here, just to kind of gear up and save energy for the big move, so to speak. All right. So on the daily scale, right, if you're looking at the daily, I'll be watching that 39.20 area up until about 39.10. Watch that for some support. And if the news happens to be bullish, or let's say up until 2 o'clock today, because it's a lot of trading time up until 2, we could start moving up and kind of moving up here. If we are already somewhere around here, which would be a pretty good move to the upside already. If that news is bullish, then of course there's potential to break up and out of this. All right, I don't have any let's say like levels that I'm watching for, so to speak, to just go long. Right, this would be it right here. 40.15 is what I'm watching for, because if we break that, especially on good FOMC news, which I don't expect, but that's to each their own. Especially on good news, we could definitely break up and probably come hit this resistance up here. That is a long shot, but definitely could start to run that up, and then maybe see some resistance right here, around the 40.30s, where this wick is at. But definitely can come tap this up here. We'll have to wait and see. Of course, this and that, all that can happen, right? But that's the point. We have to be ready for everything, and we have to prepare for all the possibilities. All right. So that's just that's that on that. As far as any patterns go, we do have, like, here's a low, here's a high, then we have a higher low, sort of an equal high, kind of lower, then kind of a lower. So we kind of had like an uptrend going here. I mean, we can say like we have this high, this low, this higher high, then this one, and then this lower low than that one. So we kind of have this little uptrend going right here, and it kind of even started back here. So it's been looking good. Of course, you can just see it, right? You can see it's kind of moving up. So overall, it's been moving up, but today's a big day to see what we're gonna get. All right, so let's go ahead and move from there. Let's drop down to the hourly, and here I just want to show you guys some of the overnight levels and some of where we're sitting at. All right, so the dark blue lines, that would be my previous day levels. So the top one would obviously be previous day high, and the bottom one is previous day low. These salmon looking lines, those would be my overnight levels, right? So this is our overnight high, and this is our overnight low right here. And actually it looks like we could actually move that a little lower. On the 15 I didn't. Yep. So let's fix that right there for you guys real quick. Unlock, bring that down to right there. That's our overnight low. This started at 7. Yeah, 7 or 6 yesterday. So this is our overnight low. This is our overnight high. All right. So what are we doing with these levels, and what do we look for? For the most part, we want to see if we're balanced or if we're out of balanced. I mean, the long story short, that's what we're looking for. Okay. And to just know that, we want to see where we're at in relation to these ranges. Okay. So if I were to just highlight, yesterday's high to yesterday's low, and then move over here, you see that we're within that range, right? The price currently right here is well within the range. Now it is in the upper portion of the range, so that's good. That is a bullish sign. Any bearish, more bearish sign would be if we were at the bottom, right? We closed down here somewhere, price ended up moving up. Now we did have some news come out at 8:30. I don't know if that's related to any of what's going on right here. I mean, it doesn't look like anything too crazy went on anyways, right? But anyways, back to the range. Yeah, we're within yesterday's range, so nobody's gonna wake up today who bought longs or shorts yesterday and are gonna be in a drastic position, right? They're not gonna be big up or big down. They're still within yesterday's range, and then on top of that, the overnight range that we set, we're within that range. Okay, so that's just balance on top of balance. All right, it's just how I see it. So we are on the upper portions of yesterday's range, and we are, I'd say, in the higher of the portions on the overnight ranges, right? Here's the high, here's the low. We're definitely a little closer to the high, but if anything, we'd say we're just kind of right around the middle too. So this is all balance. I'm not expecting a big open, right? No big up, no big down, nothing too crazy. Maybe some sideways trading. Like I said, ahead of big news, the market likes to trade sideways. Gear up and get ready. So we do have that FOMC. That is big news. We may just trade sideways. We may just trade within this overnight range for a while, or in both these ranges for a while up until the meeting and whatnot. All right, but we'll be watching for that. Okay. Now, what are some of the possibilities in terms of trades? Right. Well, for me, one, I will not be trading probably up until the FOMC meeting, right? But then again, when I'm sitting here in front of the charts, if I see a setup I like, I get it, right? If you guys are not in the Discord, I would consider getting in there, because that's where I post like any other ideas that I didn't talk about in this video, right? Because we don't know everything that's gonna happen. I watch price action all day on the 5-minute, 15-minute stuff we don't even know is happening right now. I get certain levels from my intraday, from what I saw, and those levels don't exist right now as we speak. So I would watch. I joined the Discord. I'm not as it's free. You know what I'm saying? You don't even got to talk. Just join and sit in there and watch. Right. But that's where I post more ideas, throughout the day as I'm trading or what I'm looking at. Right. So for now, really, I'm not watching anything besides these overnight levels and the previous day levels. And like I've told you guys in previous videos, when we watch these levels, we're really watching how we're going to react around these levels, right? So here's an example. Let's say we open and we kind of have like a bullish open, right? So we open, we cross yesterday's high, we come up, we cross the overnight high, and then let's say the bulls remain, you still see strength, so we run up, you kind of get a little bit of a pullback, and then it starts to bounce on top of the overnight highs, and then we kind of continue that run. There's a possibility for a long right there. You know what I'm saying? Like I've tried to tell my Discord and you guys here on these videos, is I'm a more patient trader, right? You've got your breakout traders who just like, as soon as this breaks the previous day high or the overnight high, as soon as it breaks, they get in. Not wrong. Trust me, I've seen some good money be made that way. But of course, it's less safe. It's a little more risky, right? You can get a false breakout where this breaks out and immediately falls right behind, right? So you can trade it obviously as soon as it breaks out, have your stop nice and close, kind of tight, so in case it reverses on you, you're out. I like to wait for the break, come back down, confirm that we're going to hold above this level, and then go long, stuff like that, right? The opposite scenario would be where we break above, you wait, and then you see that we break back below, we cross the opening print, and then we start to go down. Then that's a good entry for your short, right? Because you saw that the look above the overnight highs and the previous day highs failed. And if the look above this fails, then we know that there's a high probability we come tap the opposite side of the range, right? I've been mentioning that that's another little strategy where if one range gets broken but fails, the overnight range and the previous day high in this example, that we would come down and tap the other side. So the overnight lows, and then in this case maybe even yesterday's lows, right? But that's how we would trade. That's how we use these levels, and that's how we plan our trades, right? The same if this were to open bearish, come down, break below this, but then fail, start to come back up. That is the same thing. We failed below this, cross back through a certain print that we were watching. Let's say we had a double bottom here, and then you have the neckline, so you wait to cross the neckline, stuff like that, little intraday levels like that, intraday signs like that, you know what I'm saying? A hammer candle down here, 2 hammer candles, maybe a few down here, and then it starts to run back up. There's a chance to go long with stop loss being underneath this, right? So that's kind of how we trade all our levels. So that is the plan for this morning and for today. We're not looking at too much, we're not eyeing too many levels or anything like that. I don't have access to my volume profile and stuff like that, so I don't even know where a lot of the like the PLCs and the value areas and stuff are, so I don't have that right now. I do plan on having it after the weekend, once I get used to setting up this Ninja Trader and just kind of learn a little more stuff on this. All right, but that will do it for today's morning prep video. I believe that kind of handles that kind of slams everything that we were looking at. Here it is on the 15-minute, guys. This is just another just a little more. You get a little more when you drop down, right? A little more information. As you can see, right, the pre-market low might even be a little lower than this. So this right here is 17 o'clock, 17. Yeah, we might have to bring that down some. So this might be our overnight level right here. This might be the low right there. All right, Like I said, still tweaking stuff on here. I'd like to get my grids changed, so all these lines, like there's a white line going down right here just like all these other lines, and it just barely stands out, but that is what separates yesterday from today and whatnot. But anyways, that does it for this morning prep video. If you guys like the information you guys get in this videos, let me know. Give it a like. Let me know in the comments what I can do better, right? What can I say better? How can I prep better to help you understand more what it is that I'm looking at, and help you understand how to plot these levels and how to trade them yourself as well. All right. And now, per usual, I will be playing one of the 216 Killers songs for the end of this video. So the analysis part of the video is done. I appreciate you guys for sticking around. I really do hope that this helps some of you guys with your trading. All right. Now, my boys 216 Killers been on some heat. They've been dropping heat after heat, but they will not. Their songs are just being worked on. They're being tweaked before I get that playlist. But once that playlist is done, I will have that for you guys, and I'll have different songs that I'll be able to play at the ending of each of my videos. Right. These guys are dropping like 2 or 3 songs every day. They're recording music, but we're just working on getting everything like finalizing in that playlist and everything. Right. So for you guys today, we will be playing. Let me see what I want. I'm listening to Drip right now. I like Drip. These guys are. Ooh. Alright, guys. This one's called Through the Fire. Big fan of this one. My boy Hector. You'll hear him. He's got the voice of an angel. I'm telling you guys. I've been telling him for years. All right. But here he is, 216 Killers, man. Thank you guys for watching the video. At the end of the video, I will come in and give you guys one last little outro piece, and whatnot. But for now, 216 Killers, Through the Fire.
Sometimes I wish I didn't see what I've seen. Sometimes I wish I wasn't me. It's hard just to see what I see in my dreams. It's hard, but it's who I'm meant to be. I swear to God, I almost took my own life a couple of thousand of times. I didn't cry, I just hate being alive. If you take a look in my eyes, you can see nothing but fire. Why do you think I get high? I needed something to cope with my life. I needed something cause the way it's going, it's feeling like 25 to life. And I ain't got the time, so fucking take my life. I ain't got nothing to lose, I ain't got nothing to prove. What in the fuck am I doing? Hands on the trigger, just pull it. Fucking just bite on the bullet. I got no time for this bullshit. I ain't so tired of losing. I love you, good night, it's yours truly. If these were the last words you hear from me now, just know I wish I wasn't me. If these were the last words you hear from me now, just know I wish I wasn't me. Sometimes I wish I didn't see what I've seen. Sometimes I wish I wasn't me. It's hard just to see what I see in my dreams. It's hard, but it's who I'm meant to be. Sometimes I wish I didn't see what I've seen. Sometimes I wish I wasn't me. It's hard just to see what I see in my dreams. It's hard, but it's who I'm meant to be. I told you I love you, said I would never put no one above you, and I never lie, but lately I feel like die. Pain hurt deep inside, she wanna leave my side. I don't know why, I always let shit slide. We supposed to ride or die, but I'd rather die than to see shawty break down and cry about something that she heard outside. Through the fire, I've been right by. Ain't think that a nigga wouldn't try. If it mean you be my rider, so long as you be my fire. Yeah. If these were the last words you hear from me now, just know I wish I wasn't me. If these were the last words you hear from me now, just know I wish I wasn't me. Sometimes I wish I didn't see what I've seen. Sometimes I wish I wasn't me. It's hard just to see what I see in my dreams. It's hard, but it's who I'm meant to be. Sometimes I wish I didn't see what I've seen. Sometimes I wish I wasn't me. It's hard just to see what I see in my dreams. It's hard, but it's who I'm meant to be.
Yes, sir. That was 216 Killers through the fire. All right. So I will be playing, like I said, their songs are gonna be at the end of this one, at the end of most of my videos, and they will also have a playlist that I can put for you guys, so you guys can click in the description and get to that playlist. All right. But that will do it for today's morning prep video. Hope you guys liked it. Let me know in the comments if I whatever I gotta do to improve these. All right. Peace. Have a good one, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's morning prep.